And welcome back to Hannity. We turn back to our studio audience. All right, so Paul Harvey makes this prediction. Does anyone disagree that America has been in decline? Who disagrees with that? You don't think America's in decline, Noah?
No, look around you. Look around what you have right here. You have multiple generations. A lot of them are very young, and we're very responsible and in touch and capable of managing our own lives. And that's what I see when that's what I see. I don't see a country that's in decline.
Look, I sound like a broken record. Pastor, are we in decline?
We are in decline, and let me tell you why. The greatest crime has been that we have segregated and victimized people who previously would have been, seen as getting a hand up. Now we have relegated ourselves to being responsible for giving them a handout. The poor don't want handouts. They want a hand up.
No,
and somehow liberals feel that it is their responsibility to take care of the poor.
92 million Americans, the lowest labor participation rate. 50 million Americans on food
and that's
stamps.
Exactly
50 million in poverty.
And what you saw in the last segment was the Vice President of the United States doing damage control over the issue of creating a disincentive to work, creating a negative force on the labor supply. And that was something that was greeted with revulsion from the country. They didn't say, good, we get the chance not to work. They said, God, help us. We want to work.
I think we can all agree on one thing. The middle class is shrinking. And the reason is the small and medium-sized businesses that fuel the middle class have zero confidence because they don't know what the policies are from the government.
Yeah,
There's no, why would they hire?
The
Why would they
Obama
expand?
policies that we've seen over the past 5 years, they are the evidence that proves that America's in decline, especially with something that hasn't been addressed here tonight, is Obama slashing the military in every form. Like someone said something about they've been doing so much to cut the deficit on the backs of the military.
I agree with you.
We're slashing our military to make... No, it's not. It is completely factual.
It's a modern fighting force. I mean, we are not in the days of million-man armies that need to go out and they're doing on brute strength. We're talking about drones that never have to have a boot on the ground. These are this is technology that takes the place of lives.
Sequestration was created by Congress. It is possible to celebrate this as the greatest country in human history, which it is, and that we all, of course, are so privileged to be Americans, but to also identify there is, I believe, social decay, moral decay, and a lot of problems that we need to address, problems that have been exacerbated by President Obama and his economic policies. And I would hope, Kirsten, can we agree, a liberal and a conservative, that it's a great country, but we need to work together to solve these problems. Yes,
I just want to say,
I don't think we.
Foot of Obama, though.
Wait a minute, she was perfect. Why are you going to ruin that? On this vote of harmony, if I weren't the devil, I would have the liberal and conservative hug at the end of the show.
The Christian and the agnostic.
Yeah, no, we're working.
My point is, you can't lay all this at the feet of Obama. Come on, you can't say social and moral decay started under Obama.
Well before Obama, but I think he's accelerated it.
I think we can blame hippies.
All right, coming up, we'll have more with our studio audience right after the break. Straight ahead. All right, thank you for tuning in, and we want to thank everybody in our studio audience for their participation tonight. That is all the time we have left. This evening, before you go, please set your DVR, record Hannity the series. We want you here each and every weeknight, 10 Eastern on Fox, and we hope you have a good night.